Hi guys, let's watch this video together.
Okay, Ms. Arnold, you are suing your, I guess it would be fair to say, former friends, Ms. Butler and Ms. Chambers, for $250 for a concert ticket that you weren't able to enjoy due to their negligence. You are counterclaiming against her $200.98 because she left you stranded. How long have you guys known each other?
I've known Leanne for about 8 years, since high school.
Okay, so were you all good friends?
Yeah, we were in the same friend group in high school, and then we found out we were going to the same college, so we got closer that summer, and we decided it'd be so fun to especially like hang out more when we were in college. And then I met Max my freshman year of college because we lived in the same dorm.
Okay. Tell me about this concert that you all were going to go to.
So the concert we were planning on going to is called Desperado, and it was Leanne's idea to go, and neither of them have a car, so I decided it would be okay if I drove, if we decided to split the cost of gas, drinks, make it even.
Was
somehow.
that actually their offer to you?
Yeah, they don't have a car, so...
So it was obvious you were going to be doing the
It was obvious I was
driving.
going to drive, yeah. But I agreed to drive,
All right.
as long as we made it even.
And how much were the tickets?
The ticket was $250, and that's
this
not
was for, what was it again?
It's a rave in Palm Springs, like a desert rave.
Okay,
Yeah.
It goes on for how long?
It's like the whole day. It starts at 8 a.m. and then it, I think, ends around like 10, 11 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you folks chose to go at what time?
We were planning to leave. I have in the text, it says that we were planning to leave around 7 a.m.
So what time did you leave?
We ended up leaving probably closer to 8, and then it's a 2.5-hour drive. So we got there.
Okay. So
yeah.
you get there around, I don't know, 10:30, 11.
yeah.
What happens?
So we go to find parking. I was the only person with cash, so I paid for parking also. And the line's super long, and I need to use the restroom. I've been driving, etc. So I say, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Does anyone else need to go? They're like, no.
Did I not offer to go?
Hold on. It's not your turn yet. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was like, does anyone need to go? Okay, fine, no one needs to go. I go by myself, but in the car ride over, Leanne was...
Car ride over, so you're hopping backwards again.
Yeah, I'm hopping
so you're on your way there, and what happens in the car ride over?
Yeah, so Leanne's the only person with like a clear bag. And a lot of the time you need a clear bag to get into a concert and stuff,
Right.
or they'll make you like throw it out. So I asked her to hold my wallet, keys, etc.
Where were you when you asked that? Were you in the car, or were you already at the venue?
We were in the car. We had just arrived at the venue. We just parked. And I was like...
So she has all your stuff.
Yeah, I have my
You go to
phone.
the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you in the bathroom?
I'm not sure exactly how long I was in the porta potty
How long
for.
were you gone? I mean, I'm not trying to get specific on your body. I'm just trying to say,
Yeah.
like, how long were you away from them?
Maybe
I have to ask that.
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, so you come back to where you'd left them in line, and they're no longer in line.
Yeah, I can't find them, so I start calling them, but there's no service.
But they had the ticket.
Yeah. So
Like, the ticket was what, in your wallet? Where was the ticket?
I had the ticket on my phone, but they wouldn't let me in without my ID.
Oh, your ID. So
Yes.
they had your ID, so you couldn't get in at all.
Yes.
All right, so you call them and they don't answer?
The service isn't great, like in Palm Springs, it's like desert. I kept calling and it wouldn't go through. And so I'm kind of just, it's like 105 degrees, like it's so hot. The only thing I have on me is my phone, but it's no use at this point.
Oh my God.
I tried talking to security, didn't let me in, I don't have my ID, which means that they went in knowing that you had to use your ID. So I went to the medical tent to like get water and I hung out there for a while. And then finally a text does go through and it's from Max and it says, honestly, I'm glad she's not here. And I can only assume that it's about me because they left me outside.
Okay, I got 2 pages and they're the same page.
Yeah, so one has the text unsent.
Oh, I got it. Honestly, I'm glad she's not here.
Yeah, this was the
was
same day.
all 3 of you in a group chat?
Yeah. I think she meant to just text Leanne.
She meant to just text it to
Leanne, but I think she clicked the names and it was both of us.
Right. So what'd you do? You just sat there in 105-degree weather all day waiting for them to come out of their day-long...
I couldn't leave because she had my car keys. So
And they never once came to the front to look for you? They just went inside and... You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting there in a minute. You'll know I'm talking to you because I'll be looking right at you and asking you a question.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. This right here is one of my biggest fears. Growing up, I was always that friend who got left behind. the one people forgot about, the one nobody waited for. And then it'd always be, my bad, bro, it slipped my mind. If you've ever been that person, you know exactly how that feels. But hold on, we still haven't heard the defendant's side of the story, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for now and see what they gotta say. One thing I will say though, never ever leave your ID or your wallet with somebody else. I don't care who it is. Always keep your ID on you. You never know when you're gonna need it, and it's just a smart thing to do. All right, let's get back to the case.
When they finally come out, what happens?
So I was at the medical tent for a while. I had water. That was nice, I guess. I don't know. Then I go back to my car and I'm just waiting there, but I'm trying to also it's getting later. The sun's going down. I'm a woman in small, tiny clothes and there's like a bunch of creepers,
Yeah, I saw the text that said, oh, we're going to show some skin. Like I saw all that.
Yeah, so, people are like wandering around. People are leaving. They come back, they're completely wasted. They're like giggling to each other. They had I guess the best time. I mean, they took their time.
How many hours was this? 8, 9, 10? How many hours?
Probably like 8 or 9 because my phone died, so I'm not sure exactly.
All right, so they come out and what do?
They come to the car, they're like wasted, they're giggling, laughing to themselves. I guess they had a great time. And then I just took my keys, I took my wallet, and I drove home.
Without them?
Yeah.
You didn't say a word to them?
I mean, I asked for my keys and my wallet.
And then you just took off. Weren't they trying to get in the car?
I mean, they were really drunk.
Leanne, tell me what happened.
Honestly, she's trying to be nice about the whole thing because when she got the keys, she was literally livid and going up.
Yeah, but who wouldn't be? What happened with you guys? That you went inside the concert I mean, at some point you realized there must be a problem because she's not coming.
Exactly. So we stood at the entrance. I was trying to have security to hold her ID. They told us that we couldn't stand.
Well, of course not. You just have to stand still and wait for her to get out of the bathroom.
Right. So they couldn't, they were trying to push us to the back of the line. So we ended up going inside. They said that we couldn't stand by the entrance. So we tried to find shade and some water. She ended up running off. So the whole time of the festival, I was trying to find her while trying to make sure that she got in, which she never did.
How did you try to make sure she got in? Tell me exactly what that looks like.
I tried to stay by the entrance to try to look to see if she was coming in, to try to see if I can hand her ID outside of the gate.
If you're doing that, then you would have found her because she was there.
But she was never in line. She never stood back in line. So that was the problem. She went to the medical tent, but didn't come back in line.
But did you go to the medical tent right away?
No. Also, how is she waiting there and then running after her? It doesn't make any sense.
How long were you standing around the entrance?
Like an hour or two. I tried different entrances, talking to different security to see if anyone would let me in.
And there was no service?
No service.
Do you have any proof that you tried to text her to get a hold of her?
We tried calling her, yes.
We called her several times. She was in the bathroom for way longer than she claimed.
How long was she in the bathroom? What's your name again? Maxine.
Maxine.
How long was she in the, oh wow.
At least 30 minutes.
Well, if she doesn't answer you, you got to figure there's no service, right? Like you get it.
Right. Correct.
I mean, you did repeatedly call, it looks like 20 times or
so that's why I stood by the entrance. As I was standing by the entrance, she wandered off. I guess she seen a group of friends that she knew, and I was literally standing there, and the security kept trying to tell me, ma'am, you can't stay by the entrance. You can't stay by the entrance. So I was forced to go look for her.
Did you explain to them, I have someone's ID, she won't?
Yes, and they kept saying there's no re-entry.
There was a time when people didn't have cell phones.
Right.
You know what we used to do? I'll meet you under the apple tree at 10 o'clock. And you know what you did? You were under the apple tree at 10 o'clock because that was the plan. So why couldn't you, if you knew you were going in and you knew you had her ID and you knew she still wasn't back from the back, what did you think were you concerned that she was sick?
No, I definitely was concerned that she wasn't inside of the gate and that I couldn't see her because like I said, I was standing
why didn't you just go to the back of the line? Then everybody would have gotten in at 11:15 and everybody could have enjoyed the concert. Instead, you guys go in, you take her ID, you know you've got her ID, you can't see her out there, you're not able to solve the problem, and you're like, meh.
I apologize for leaving her, but I did try everything that I could. Not everything that I could, but I did try.
No, y'all didn't try everything you could.
I did try hard.
Maxine, let me hear from you.
We tried everything that we could. We called her, and at the end of the day,
right, but everybody knows there's no service in the desert. Like everybody's aware that you're not getting service.
That's right, Your Honor. But at the end of the day, she could have tried harder to get to the entrance so that we can hand her ID.
Well, how long were you guys at the entrance? According to her, they're shuffling her off, so it's not like.
Honestly, Your Honor, when I first got inside, I love a rave, so I just wanted to turn up, and
so you just ran off.
That's pretty much what I did.
How long were you at the entrance?
I was at the entrance probably for like an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, and never seen her. I don't even think she got back in line.
How long were you standing in the entrance where you two might have seen each other, how long were you standing there?
I mean,
she claims she was there an hour and a half.
At least an hour or two. Because
so you're both there. How big is the entrance that neither one of you can see each other? One of you guys or both of you are lying.
Well, maybe she was at the wrong entrance because I was literally at the main entrance waiting for her the whole time.
Well, I assume that you went to the entrance where you left them in line.
Exactly. I went to the same entrance where I left them. I would not go to a different entrance. It makes
Did you go to other entrances later looking for them?
Yeah, I did. I went to other entrances to see if I could talk to different security guards to see if maybe one of them would
charm someone into letting you in?
let me in like with just the ticket and no ID. But my whole thing behind that is she was also holding Max's ID, right? So when she took her purse to go show the security her ID, she also took Max's ID, which means she 100% knew.
Oh, she 100% knew that you didn't have ID and couldn't get in?
Exactly.
Yeah, when she didn't see you. First of all, when the two of them are going in, they know they're leaving you behind.
Yeah,
let's start with that. Just if you didn't have her ID, you're still leaving her behind.
I offered to go to the restroom.
You're still leaving her behind. So even if you didn't have her ID, but you know because you have to show your ID and you have to hand Maxine's ID to Maxine that, she needs her ID. She's going to need her ID to get in. And you know, because you don't see her the rest of the day, that you have literally taken a 2.5-hour ride from her and then prevented her from going in.
Look, I'm not a woman, but I got sisters, a girlfriend, and plenty of female friends. One thing I always hear from them is, we came together, we leave together. That's how y'all make sure everybody gets home safe. So if your friend was in the bathroom way longer than normal, why wouldn't you go check on her? Or at least wait by the entrance until she came out? Instead, one friend tried to wait, but the other one just ran inside and left her. Ladies, please choose your friends carefully. These are the same kind of people who leave you alone at a club around strangers and head home without you. Anyways, let's see how this plays out.
I don't believe for a second that you were standing there an hour and a half, because then you would have seen each other and I'd be here. You wouldn't be here.
Your Honor, I was allowing people to go in front of us. It was so many people that went in front of us to the point the security said.
That you just did. Now you let people go in front of you. Now that I mentioned that, now she says that she let people go.
That's what happened.
And then what? There's just like a limit to how long you wait for her?
The security guard said after a moment, you're going to have to go to the end of the line. So that's when
go to the end of the line.
That's when we proceeded to go inside.
I want you to listen to what you just said. In order for you not to go to the end of the line, which would mean that you'd have to wait another half hour in line, you deprived her of the concert. Now, do you think that that's cool?
No, it's not.
You're terrible people. Maxine, you tell me, what was that unsent message that you sent?
So that unsent message that I sent was in regards to my mom, because we, as you could see from the text messages, you wear skimpy outfits to something like that, and my mom's a helicopter mom. So I was talking to another friend in another group chat, and she was like, oh, your mom would never approve of that. And so that was me saying, well, I'm glad she's not here.
Good one.
And so then I unsent it. Even though I was intoxicated, I unsent it because I was like, oh, that probably looks bad.
Yeah.
So that's what that was
It looks
about.
like you're saying you're glad she's not here.
No, that would be very mean.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. All right, now, you guys come out. At what time of the night do you guys come out?
I honestly do not remember. I was 2.
At that time, I believe it was around like 7:30-ish.
PM.
Yeah.
And then you two were too what? Drunk? Okay. So then you come out and you know where the car is. You know exactly where to find her then. So you go to the car and then what? What does she say?
That's when she just goes off. She
does
goes
she
off
say?
on both of us. And I tried to tell her that I was trying to find her during the festival. She didn't want to hear it. Then she grabs my bag, takes her keys, and said, you guys find your own way home. And that was a result to me having to get a ride share for $200.98.
$200.98.
And that's
cheap
also
for 2.5 hours.
That's also why we are here, because we're kind of suing her.
So tell me, your case is easy. I'm obviously going to make them pay the $250 of your ticket. That's the least that they can do. Their case is against you is a little more difficult. Tell me why I shouldn't make them pay the ride share if you left them stranded there.
Because they used me for a ride, so if they were going to get a ride, like, if I wasn't going to enjoy the concert, they could have paid $200 there and $200 back. They're lucky it was only $200.
Your Honor, I offered to pay for her concert ticket as well.
Well, but did you?
No, she told me no.
She told you no what?
She told me no, I'll pay for my own ticket.
Oh, do you mean you offered to pay for her concert ticket before the concert?
Yes.
Oh, We're not there. We're at the point where you left her outside and she couldn't get into the concert. That's what we're talking about. So after that, when you know that you deprived her of the concert, did either of you offer to pay her ticket?
She was no longer in communications with us.
So did you guys ever talk to each other after this event?
She never responded. She ended up blocking me.
Did you try to talk to her?
Definitely. I even tried to email her. Never got a response.
Yeah, she was mad.
Yeah, we're supposed to be sisters and friends.
Oh, no, you're not sisters. You think a sister? If my sister left me at a concert outside all day in the 105-degree desert weather, yeah.
I mean, I felt no reason to talk to you after that.
Don't talk directly to her here.
Yeah. I thought we were close. I thought we were really close friends. And so for her to do that, the whole thing is you made the active choice to go in without me, knowing I couldn't get in.
That was a very active choice. And it was preferable to nail you than go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
then the active
That's what
choice.
it is. You would rather she be deprived of a concert sitting down in 105-degree weather, the person who just drove you there for 2.5 hours, you would rather that happen than, heaven forbid, you have to go to the back of the line. That's awful.
You're right.
You know what? You shouldn't even expect a ride back after you do that. I'm not going to make her pay for your ride share. Verdict for the plaintiff, $250. On your counterclaim, 0.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The co-defendants owe $250.
I mean, we could have handled this out of court, but somebody wanted to be petty, so.
I don't need friends that ditch me like that.
We'll see
$200
if you get that money.
Okay, yeah.
Man, I don't even know if it's Maxie, Max, or whatever her name is, but she already got me frustrated. You really countersuing her over a ride home? Are you serious? Y'all used her for a ride to the concert, left her stranded at the gate with no ID, no wallet, no keys. She waited 8 or 9 hours in the heat, and then y'all expected her to happily drive you back home? Nah, that's wild. But I'm done talking. Now I want to hear from y'all. Have you ever been in a situation like this? What would have you done? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'll be down there reading and replying. And if you haven't subscribed yet, man, what are you waiting for? You're missing out.